Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to LLB Lead or Led By. We are presenting an exclusive show on The Leader Speaks. And today, we have a great leader who is head of the Department of the Languages, Global Citizenship Coordinator and EdTech Coordinator at Ambassador School, Sharjah, UAE. Let's welcome Keba Joseph Xavier. Hello, Mr. Keba, how are you?
Very good morning, ma'am. How are you, ma'am? Thank you. Thanks for a lovely introduction. You're keeping well here. So nice meeting you and for the lovely ceremony which you have arranged a week before. So thanks again.
For... Keba, how is Sharjah nowadays? Because it has been like since 2019, I left that. So now almost more than 3 years.
Yes, there's a lot of changes which has took place in the education system right now. So we have 4 working days, but still it is being more of the quality time which has been provided by the mindful thought which is provided by the government has been much appreciated.
What did you say? What did you say? 4 working days?
Yes. So Sharjah has been working from Monday to Thursday.
Oh, and, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days are off.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, you know that's what you are right. That quality time is more important than the longer period of time, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. So, Mr. Keba, you know, first of all, congratulations that you have been awarded with Outstanding Global Award at Singapore, and because you know you deserve that. You are a great leader. Will you please?
Thank you, ma'am. It is our greatest. I really thank the EduFam International and the ACE International Singapore for really valuing and knowing the and honoring teachers for their hard work and their dedication. And it is my privilege, and it is with great gratitude I thank EduFam and ACE International for honoring our teachers.
Thank you very much. You know, I believe the teachers are the foundation of any society. And if they are happy, the nation is happy. If they are happy, they can build the happy children, and those children are going to be the happy citizens of this nation or in the globe. That's why it's all, although we are into leadership trainings and leadership company, but we think that teachers are the great leaders. They are the ones in whose classrooms the leaders of citizens are being groomed. So if the teachers are the great leaders, they will develop great leaders for the futures. That is the reason why your efforts were acknowledged. In which type of leadership do you believe in, Mr. Keba? Like there are different types of leaders in the world. Which type of leader you are?
Well, I always believe on being transformative. Is what I believe, and my leadership style is being always being open-minded to keeping up my vision and goals are always at my prime. Being transformative to ideas, being creative to aspire and inspire. I always believe the integrity is my key, where each day is being my door to open up more of learning opportunities. And I adhere and I wait for these learning opportunities so that I could upskill my skills or my leadership each day and day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keba. And we all know that a team leader is the one who leads a team, you know. So a leader has to be a great team leader as well. What do you think that as a leader, what are the values? Those are essential to be a great team leader. Without those values, it's impossible to play a team leader's role.
Exactly. So I always like these 2 interrogative words like how and who, which has the same letters, but altogether it has different meanings. Rather having the thought of saying how we are, who we are makes me to be more mindful, to ponder, to keep up the vision and the mission. It helps me to empower and to develop, and always being resilient and communicative to my team. And having an effective communication with my team is one of the very important value, where it helps us to keep up and hold up our passion and commitment to where I am and what I am.
Such beautiful ideas. Thank you very much, Mr. Kheba. And if the teachers of this time realize these words, then naturally the education system is going to be entirely different.
Sure.
Mr. Kheba, at times we feel, especially among the teachers community, I'm not generalizing it, but at times it has been seen that we are like more egoistic, and we are it's very difficult for us to accept the ideas from others, especially when you are in the leadership roles.
That's right.
So at times we think that how a person who is not in the leadership position can give better ideas than us. And it is quite like we are reluctant to accept those ideas.
Yes.
And because of this, at times the institutions, they suffer. The brilliant ideas are not being accepted, not being considered. How do you handle yourself or your ego as a team player when it comes to accepting the ideas from others?
Well, as a leader, I always believe, and rather than saying a leader, I would say educator. As every educator's motto, I believe that to learn and to relearn is being the motto. And as for me, I always like to introspect and like to be more innovative and more allowed to integrate what I innovate or what I learn from others. Well, I do accept more of new ideas where so new ideas getting to know and having more of collaborations as within my team, or having collaborative meeting, or having collaboration with the other stakeholders. And that is where I tend to learn of new ideas, and I always aspire to grasp the new ideas and to implement it into my teaching and learning. And I believe that adapting and having more of collaboration, it helps us to have more problem solving. And having collaboration, it also helps us to bring people together. And it also helps us to learn from each other as well. And not only it brings people together, it helps us to build up new channels of communication. And yes, and I think having this collaboration, accepting new ideas, it really builds a trust among each other.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Kheba. Thank you very much for sharing such beautiful ideas with us. It requires collaboration, it requires team building, it requires accepting that ideas, it requires to be innovative. What is the role of the learning in this? Do you think that the teacher who has learned like 20 years or 10 years or 15 years ago, whatever the teacher has learned, will still give them the directions towards innovation? Or the teacher has to be a lifelong learner, and that is a fact that every teacher must accept it and then work upon this to enhance its own skills and understandings of education, today's education system.
That's right, ma'am. Like as a teacher, a teacher needs to learn and keep relearning every day and day. So learning process should continue. And I always, as being head of languages, I always try to adapt this strategic planning to get to know more about my team. And I always just say, have self-reflection among yourself in having more of this SWOT analysis. So having the SWOT analysis, trying to know about more about the strengths and how, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. So rather than saying about weaknesses, I would try to replace the word weakness with developments. So in what areas they need much of development.
Yeah.
And try to know what kind of learning opportunities they have and what kind of learning opportunities they provide for their students. And finally, knowing about the threats. So threats, as in, rather than saying threats, I'd like to say it as preparedness. When preparedness has been lacking as an educator, then one cannot be an effective teacher. So knowing our strengths, our development areas, and knowing the opportunities what we have in front of us, and being prepared at all times, I believe that in that way, we could lead a team much better. And having this kind of self-reflection each day and day, that will really help an educator to be a better leader or a better educator for the tomorrow. So whether we can build a better nation, or to be set better, better leaders for tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keba. Thank you for your wonderful ideas, wonderful thoughts. And you are still a young leader who has to go a long way in your educational journey. I would just like to know that since 2023 has started, what is your resolution for this year, and what is your resolution for your further future professional life?
Yes, and thank you for this wonderful question, but rather it is a really tricky question. Well, yes, as each of us have their own resolution. For my aspiration is to keep learning. So learning should never stop, whatever it may come. So it is when I have these two questions, what I'm going to learn and what I'm going to adapt. So this has to continue within myself. So that when this willingness is there, then I'm open to learn anything. So, and I believe, and I like to hold on to these two questions and to prolong the upcoming years with much of God's blessings.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was nice talking to you, and you are young, energetic, enthusiastic professional. I must appreciate your passion for the education, and especially your passion for the learning and collaboration and being a great team leader. Congratulations once again on your award, and congratulations for all your endeavors.
Thank you, and thanks for the great opportunities, and thanks for everything.
Thank you very much. Mr. Keba, how our audience can reach to you if they need to connect with you?
Yes, audience can reach to me through my email. I can just share my LinkedIn page here. My LinkedIn page is keba.joseph or kebajoseph@gmail.com. So happy to connect and happy to collaborate with many other people.
Thank you very much for sharing your contacts. And my dear viewers, I hope this program was very beneficial for you. Conversation with Keba Xavier, who is a great leader and who is the head of the Department of the Languages, and whose communication skills you already have seen that how communication plays very important role for a teacher in all teaching journey. So thank you very much for watching us. Take care and God bless you.
Thank you.